On a previous episode, I showed you how I make these custom backplates. And today, we're going to show you how to weave a harness and make this a usable piece of equipment as well as attach it to a wing. Welcome to Everything Scuba. Some divers like to dive a Hogarthian harness because it's easier, it's more streamlined and simple, and it's very adaptable to different styles of diving. Today, we're going to show you how to assemble this. And first, we're going to go through all the components that we're going to use. Here we have approximately 12 feet of 2-inch webbing. It has a single grommet in the center of it. We'll show you what that's used for. We have a small piece of bungee line. We have 3 sliding tri-glides, some non-sliding tri-glides. We have some bent D-rings for the chest. We have some straight D-rings. We have a nice stainless waist buckle, a couple of pieces of neoprene just to hold some strap and some webbing. And we have this nice pre-cut and sewn crotch strap with a nice little pad. Step 1, we unrolled our webbing. I already had placed this grommet in the center. We're going to line it up in the center of our backplate because it's going to end up on one of these 3 holes. We're going to take one end of our webbing, keeping it flat. We're going to feed it through. Watching to line up that grommet just like that. Then that side can stay there. We're going to take the other side, keeping it flat, and feed it through. So now we have our top piece. The grommet is centered. When we attach our wing or our single tank adapter, or if you were using this for a wing and doubles, that bolt is going to go through there, and that keeps that top nice and tight. Step 2, we're going to take each side and pull it up and go through that top slot. And we have to make sure that we don't pull it too much. We want that grommet still centered. Now we'll do that on the other side. So our grommet is still centered. That is step 2. Step 3, we're going to add the chest D-rings. And we're going to use the bent D-rings and tri-glides with teeth so they do not move. For these, we want to make sure what is going to be the front side of the strap. With the tri-glides, one side is shiny. These are flat, some are raised. The tri-glide is actually going to go behind. Use the D-ring, you slide it over, and these are going to be bent. We want them to bend out away from our chest. So we place them on that way. And then we feed back through the tri-glide, and that will capture the D-ring on there. Now we need to slide this up so it's at chest level. And we will adjust the placement of this once we have the whole backplate weaved, and we will discuss how to fine-tune placement. Step 4, we're going to do the left side chest, and the D-ring is going to be the same as the right, but we're going to have an additional piece of bungee, and you'll see when it's assembled, that will tidy up and hold your inflator hose. So just like the other side, we're going to add our D-ring. But the other thing is, while this is still a little bit loose, now we're going to take this piece of bungee and thread it through that space so it is captured. And there's a variety of ways that you can tie this. For right now, I'm just going to tie this in a simple knot. Again, that may be adjusted later. I like to pull that knot inside of there, and then we can pull this down a little bit tighter. It's a nice way to capture that bungee. Again, we'll be able to route our inflator hose through there to keep it close to our chest. Okay, step 5, we're going to take down from our shoulder strap. We're going to go to the inside slot. Now, there are 2 ways that this could go, but if we go this way and pull this in, then our side is going to be rubbing against this. That's going to be less comfortable. That's a mistake that I've made. So we will go back this way. That way, as this comes down, it curls down and it's more comfortable against our side. Now we'll flip the plate over. So now we've fed both sides through. We could just feed this through, but one thing that I like to do, I like to use a tri-glide and slide it on and then put it through. And while right now I don't know if this is the length that I want this chest strap, once I have that set, this is a really nice way to keep that length set. So it's not as adjustable. I would purposely have to adjust it. So on this side you can see there's no tri-glide, and if I pull, this webbing can continuously pull through, adjusting the length of that chest strap. And that's why I like to put the tri-glide on, just to help hold it from adjusting when I don't want it to. So now after we've pulled those through, we want to make sure now that our chest straps are pretty close to even. We're going to adjust this all when we're done, but it's just easier if it's close. So they are. We can adjust that by pulling webbing through until they're roughly equal. The next step is to place a D-ring with a tri-glide on either side on our waist strap that we can attach, our SPG on one side, maybe a SMB or other tools on the other side, as well as a right hand release stainless buckle on the left side. So on this right side, we're going to take a tri-glide. We feed through. We're going to take a D-ring and feed it on. Then we're going to feed through the tri-glide again, capturing that D-ring. And again, we're going to be able to adjust this distance to wherever you want that in the future. That's all we're going to do on that side. So on this other side, we're going to put our tri-glide on. Before we slide and attach the waist buckle on, we have this little piece of, this is a neoprene sleeve, but some people use bungee, some people use O-rings. We're going to slide this on, and we're going to be able to tuck any excess that we have from our buckle in that to keep it tidy. Okay, so with this stainless buckle, a few things. We want to orient it so we can use our right hand to open it. It's going to go on the left side strap, and it has these 3 slots here. We're going to go up through the first one, down through the second one, up through the third one, and then the hardest part is getting it back through that first one again to tidy that up. If you are interested in having your own custom cut back plate personalized, check out the link below and go to our website. So now that it's assembled, this is what it looks like on the inside. This is what it looks like on the back side. And then we've used this little elastic piece to tuck our excess belting in to keep it nice and tidy. The next step is to install the crotch strap. Now, the crotch strap may be new to some of our viewers that are used to a jacket style BC, but with a back inflate, or especially with a wing and a harness, crotch strap is pretty important. It's going to help keep that whole unit from rising up. There's really nothing else to keep this from rising up off of you, say at the surface when you're floating. It also provides nice attachment points on the front. Typically a DPV will attach there. Some people use to attach things. And then we're going to add one on the rear as well. I like to attach a reel or a spool, maybe my DSMB, or even stage tanks once they've been used. Next, we will add a tri-glide that will capture our D-ring, and we want to make sure that it's facing the back. We're going to capture that D-ring. We're going to leave that a little bit loose. We're going to just go from the back side through the back plate. Now here's that fidgety bit. We need to get this webbing through the tri-glide on the inside. Gonna feed some in. It helps to make that D-ring loop bigger. Pull it back onto itself. Come back out. So now that we have our crotch strap we threw that came in, we captured this back D-ring, came back out of the tri-glide, went through the bottom of the back plate to capture the strap onto the back plate, and then the real fidgety part is to feed that strap back through that tri-glide, and this excess we tuck under that little stretchy piece of neoprene. Now that we've shown you how to weave this harness with D-rings and crotch strap, in the next video we'll show you how to attach a wing. And we have a couple different wings and a couple different ways to do it. So if you'd like to win this wing and harness setup and this custom Everything Scuba backplate, click the link below. Watch the video where I show you how I made this backplate and how you can win it.